DJ Say. I appreciate you rocking out. Thank you for that. So I want to welcome you. I want to welcome everyone to Grown Folk Fridays, the official kickoff. I am Vic Jagger from Magic 102.3 and 92.7 DK in the midday. And I will be joined by Fat Joe today. He's our special guest to kick things off, so I cannot wait to talk to him. But first, gotta take care of the sponsor, okay? Gotta send love to FareRyder. FareRyder is launching the Fair Vote program to offer free and discounted rides to polling places in their fleet of Teslas, okay? Just download the app and use the code FAIRVOTE. FareRyder is spelled FaRyder. And as you know, this election is crucial. So make your vote count with Fair Vote. Presented by FareRyder. Ride green. All right, so I'm ready to get things started with Fat Joe, Grammy nominated host of the Joker Show. I actually have to talk to him about that too. Let's welcome Fat Joe to the room. There he is. Hey, Joe. Your mic is muted. Let's see.
Is my mic muted?
Oh, there you go.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I know it's grown and sexy and I'm not dressed up grown and sexy, but...
You know what, Joe?
I'm saying it's grown and sexy. I should have had some fly, but
Oh, you're good. Trust me, you're good. Well, I want to welcome you to Grown Folk Fridays. This is a kickoff, and I have been so excited all week, leading up to this. Of course, we're going to have our exclusive virtual meet and greet afterwards so that people can, get a little up close and personal with Fat Joe. And
I heard that.
So, first of all, I just want to put this out there, Joe. For anybody that will ever put your name on anything and say that they are having any type of event or you was going to show up anywhere, that you will hop in their DMs to verify that everything is straight and legit and who did you talk to about it?
I just ain't want you to look crazy, right? So I see you promoting it and I got like a bit, God forbid, grown folks talk. So I'm getting a little Alzheimer's. That's why I'm doing the Fat Joe book, because I might forget everything. So I'm like, so I forgot I confirmed the joint. And you promoting, and then, but Kashawn, that's my girl. I love Kashawn. If I ain't have a wife, Kashawn be my wife. my dog Bismarck Inc. So Kashawn, she's special.
Oh my gosh, Joe, I'm gonna tell you right now. I was like, wait a minute. First of all, I heard when I read it in a New York accent, and New Yorkers, y'all real aggressive.
You read the New York accent?
I read it in a New York accent. So I was like, who? I was like, hold on. Let me just let me direct him over to KB.
Man, I got put in check so fast.
No, we laughed.
Someone was like, are you playing games, Joe? Like, you confirmed this, bro. Like, I was like, oh, no.
It's all good. We laughed about it. And I was like, okay, well, now he knows we're good. And, for a Grown Folk Convo today, I do a segment where I talk about different topics and I have different questions. And so I just want to get your answer for the question of the day. So we were talking about Willow Smith, revealing that Jada Pinkett Smith, her mom, had been harder on her and, not so much on her brother Jaden. So they were talking about the double standards in parenting. And a lot of the listeners that called in said, yes, there is a double standard. I am harder on my daughter than I am on my son, or my mom was harder on me than she was on my brothers. So I want you to weigh in on that.
I think I'm hard. Parenting isn't what I've learned, and I have some experience. Parenting is a job that you go and you learn as you go.
Yeah.
And there's no such thing as a perfect parent because we can't all know what's going on and all kids are different. I'm hard on everybody, but I definitely would be, my daughter's only 14. I would be harder on my daughter than anybody. Why? Because there's vultures, there's terrible guys like me out there that you need to keep your daughter away from. And I already know. So I'm like trying to like, and then I'm working so hard to leave all this money to my daughter. I don't want no guy to just swoop up behind and once I'm gone, he living off the Fat Joe and it's hard out here. Willow Smith, that's Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith's daughter.
Right.
Do you know the type of manipulation that would be flying through this little girl from some guy trying to, they trying to get in that family treasure.
I just feel like it kind of, because I feel like across the board, it should be equal, because I'm hard on my son, but I'm a single mom too. So that's my only child and he's 15. So I'm just like making sure you do your laundry, you do the dishes, you know how to do stuff. Because when I went to college, a lot of the guys did not know how to wash clothes. They did not know how to cook a meal. They didn't have a bank account. So it's a lot of things I'm hard on him for.
That's me. I don't know how to cook, clean, do none of that.
Joe!
Yeah, I swear to God. The other day, my man caught me, my brother Rich caught me in here. I made some cauliflower pasta with some peas. Like, I don't know how to cook. My wife and my daughter, they out of town. And it result to that all, I'm from the projects. Huh?
That's what you ate. You fixed yourself cauliflower pasta with peas.
With peas and a little olive oil and some garlic.
Okay.
And some garlic, but I'm from the project, so we just, it was one of them infamous days when you home and you just make whatever's in there.
Listen.
And you just take the stuff and you just it's damn near gumbo
and noodles.
Spaghetti.
Okay? I buy oodles and noodles or the top ramen. I put shrimp in it, some hot sauce.
Everything.
Cabbage, whatever.
Everything. Kitchen sink. Yes.
Yo, you gotta learn how to do the laundry though. I'm gonna need you to know how to do the.
I'm not proud about it, but when I went. I'm not proud about it, but when I went to jail for a little couple of months, man, they was washing my clothes and all that. Like I never washed clothes.
Yeah.
I'm born to be a don, to be a king. I don't know how to explain it to you. It's certain things we don't do.
No, I get it. But, just being hard on the women, it makes us grow up because my mom was hard on me too. But a lot of guys say that women, when they get older, they have this independent, like I'm a strong, independent woman. Like I don't need a man to do this, that, and the other. So some of the men are saying that they feel like, well, where's my place in the relationship if you don't need me to do anything? You can mow the lawn, you can change the oil in your own car tire. So where's that balance come in?
Well, some people are different. Me, with my wife, she's been a stay-home mom. Let's just say she ain't never have a 9-to-5. Not in a bad way. That's the way I took care of her.
Yeah.
Since we've been together 26 years, I've always made sure she got treated like a queen. You know what I'm saying? So, but, I also, as I looked at it from the outside in, I wouldn't have been mad to have a rich wife who's like a Fortune 500 company owner. Like I would know how to support her too.
Yeah.
And it's a major problem with men. When I see some of my sisters, I got a strong, like you see Kashawn, I got a strong, Fat Joe has a strong sisterhood.
Yeah.
If my sisters are powerful.
Yeah.
My sisters are powerful, independent women that are presidents of record companies and own multi-million-dollar company. I got a crew, like 20 of them. They all go on vacation together and they love me and I'm their brother. And but most of them, the successful ones, have a problem finding a man because a man is so intimidated by their success. And if you left it up to me and they wasn't my sister, so you know I'm on their side. So any guy that comes, I'm their brother. It's not like, yo, what up, my man? But if it was one of my mans, I'd have been like, yo, bro, is you crazy? You better marry that girl so fast. She worth some M's. Is you nuts? But I can't cross the line because I'm with my sisters.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, it does. It does. And that's just to say, fellas are going to need to step their game up when they are approaching them or when they're approaching your daughter. They're going to have to come correct and they're going to have to at least be a boss. Because I'm sure she's like, my dad is, you know, it's Fat Joe. My dad provided and she sees that example. So you're going to have to come correct. So that's all that means.
She a boss. She's 14. She's the executive producer of the Fat Joe Show. So we already on Revolt. We're probably going to get an even bigger situation. And it was because of how I did it. But at the same time, I wanted to let her know that she's the boss. And at the same time, any young girls that's following my daughter, they know, yo, we could be bosses. You know, it's very important that we do that in the minds of our people, you know, and just implant to them and give them a reason to think that they can be successful.
Absolutely. Because we could do anything. Like,
that's a fact.
Yeah, yeah. And so, like, now with COVID, I don't think anyone prepared for what we had to endure this year. Because I know I've been home since March. There are so many businesses suffering, the industry, artists, you know, a lot of artists can't go on tour like they, you know, used to.
I lost millions of dollars not being able to go on tour. I'm keeping it real with you, millions.
Yeah.
Not being able to go on tour. And that's how artists, most of us, well, I was brainwashed. I was telling Khaled this yesterday. I was like, yo, Khaled, I've been brainwashed my whole career to think that if I don't make show money, I'll go broke. But the COVID taught me how to make money different ways. Yeah. So now when we go back to the touring, that's like a cherry on top. Yeah. So I had to adjust, even though I own several businesses that, thank God, they're doing phenomenal. You know what I mean? But I had to learn to adjust. And now I do just as good as I was going on a tour, staying home, being safe.
And you guys can really be creative now, because one thing it has opened up is the fact that y'all can do concerts at home. Like, I'm not even like
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not the same, you know?
Because I know
looking at the people.
Yeah.
So my greatest passion doing music has always been performing and looking at my fans sing my work. It's a powerful thing. It's like, you know, I don't use drugs. And that's the closest thing to smoke. Ever. I smoked weed one time and I ran out the house butt naked.
Are you sure it's weed though?
Huh? Yeah, it was weed. I won't tell you what I smoked it with, but let's just say it was an honorable resource. And so I smoked it with her. And many years ago, and I ran out the house naked. It was like 3 a.m. And so she pulled up on me in the car. She was like, Joe, get in the car. I was like, I'm going to die. I got to go to the hospital. I'm going to die. And she was like, Joe, get in the car. I'll take you to the hospital. So she put me in the car. Yeah. She went around the block. We went back in the crib. I took like 7 showers. That was it for me. And it looked so good because I'm in hip hop. So every night I'm in the studio, there's a mountain of weed. Everybody's enjoying it. And I'm just scared to death. I don't think nobody want to see Fat Joe running butt naked 2020 somewhere. I don't think so.
Wait, was it wintertime or summer? Because I hope it wasn't cold outside, Joe, now.
Really, I can't really. That's a great, because I've said the story 100 times, but that's a great question. I think it couldn't have been winter because I'd have frozen. It would have been part of the story, but that's a great question. It had to be like spring or summer, something like that. That's a great question.
Wow.
That's a great question.
Wow. Like, that is wild.
Yeah, it happened. Yeah, man.
I'm not even going to tell a story about that. But
oh, you had one of those?
all I would say is, Joe. All I'm gonna say is when you and it involved a brownie. Okay.
Ooh,
that I didn't know.
I think I had that too. I had one.
Was hungry. And you know when you're hungry, and I was at an event, I was on press for an event, and it was like a festival, and I kept pinching it, and I was just like starving. So by the time I got in the Uber and I got home, it didn't hit me until I got home. Joe, I was like
high as hell.
Hear my heartbeat. I had to like breathe. I had to talk myself through it.
I'm gonna tell you what happened to me.
Woke up and was still done. So yeah, I was like, no.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. We were shooting a video, me and my sister Rem and French Montana, and so they get high. Like, but Remy hasn't got high because she was on parole, and good for her. Since she's been off parole, she ain't even smoked one time. And she used to be a super pie head, but French get high.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden we shooting this video. This video is expensive. By the way, I paid for it out my pocket. There's no white guy behind door number one. This is all Fat Joe. So you'll understand the urgency of this. We're in the middle. We got a tiger for this video, the cooking video. We got a tiger. The tiger's getting restless. He's from Remy Scene. She's supposed to perform with him right in front of her. All of a sudden, I'm in French's thing and I'm eating cookies, chocolate chip cookies, right? Next thing I know,
Nobody warned you.
Nobody. They set me up, man. And I was really pissed at French because the next thing I know, I'm banging on Rebby's door. And she's like, what's wrong? I said, yo, the sun going down. If the sun go down, we got to shoot another whole day. This. So I don't know that I ate this cookie and it had weed in it. It wasn't till the next day. Remy called me up. She said, you know something? I said, what? She said, you know, they had weed in them fucking cookies you ate. I said, stop, Rem. She said, you was banging on my trailer. It was the sunniest in the world. She said, Joe, we shot 10 scenes after that shit. You banged on the door talking about the sun going down. She was like, you was high as hell. I said, oh my God. French hit me with the cookie.
Oh.
Yeah, the cookies.
And that's like a minute to like come down and get back to normal. And you know what? That might be what, because listen.
I like to be in control. I don't like that. Like, I hate flying because the guy flying is in control. And yeah. I don't know. I like to be in control.
Don't fight at all. Because I remember, who did we interview? Khaled. Khaled said he at that time, he was like, no flights, all tour bus, like we taking a tour bus across country, we not getting on no flights. So you still are?
Me too, yeah, I've flown all around the world. Thank God I've been able to face my fear, but the best way to describe it to you is that, imagine if you had a fear. What's your biggest fear?
I really don't want to tell you, but I will say bugs, but I won't tell you what type of bug, because you would. I do not like bugs. Like a phobia.
Imagine you're in a small room with the bug you hate the most, 1,000 of them for like 14 hours straight.
No.
I get scared of flying 10 seconds, I'm terrified. So if I gotta fly to Africa for 16 hours, I am in fear for every second of 16 hours. To get over there, it's the worst shit. Excuse my language. It's the worst thing you could ever, like, for me. But I thank God, even though I'm terrified, that he allowed me to face my fear. Some people won't face it.
Well, what was that first flight like? Like the first time that you had to face that fear?
You know, a friend of mine had a private plane, and he would offer it to me all the time. And I don't know if I want to tell. All right, so Khaled, who's one of my best friends, was in Puerto Rico, and he bumped into some guys I had beef with. This is many, many years ago. Okay. And so they was acting like they was gonna beat up Khaled. So they was like, they caught Khaled. So, like the hood rules. They caught Khaled. Yo, we should F you up. Your boy ain't here now. They was doing all that. Yeah. And it was at one of those music summits. So Khaled was out there. So everybody was calling me. It was like, yo, them boys you got beef with, they keep trying to punk Khaled. So Khaled's calling me. I was driving back on a tour bus to New York from Miami. And I remember I was just, that takes 24 hours. I kept staring at the trees. And I was like, man, you's a punk, man. You's a sucker, man. Your man needs your help. You won't even get on a plane. You's a punk, bro. So next thing I know, when we finally got up towards Jersey, I called my man. I said, yo, you got your plane? He was like, yeah. I was like, all right, get the plane ready. I'm jumping on the plane. And we jumped on the plane. Me and a couple of my friends, we jumped on the plane to go see Khaled. And that was the first flight I ever took.
Man. And you were calm?
Well, to tell you the truth, I got drunk on that flight. We got the picture somewhere. Yeah. I was pissy drunk on there. But what happened was it was private, so it was different. So while the man was so calm, the pilot telling me, yo, it's cool. It was fly. It was a private, like a G4. Next thing I knew, while I was talking to him, it's almost like when the dentist is talking to you and they start numbing you. That motherfucker was off the ground. That plane was like, whoa, nothing you could do. So I was like telling the stewardess, whatever, I was like, yo, give me the vodka this big. So I took the vodka. So the first, I flew, that was the gift and the curse. Because I flew private for about 4 years straight. I don't know if you know, private is a lot of money.
Well, I know. That's why I don't fly private.
Oh my God. So I was thinking it was like a cab. So
it's not
I'm spending all that lean back money, all that money on them privates. Like, yo, it was abuse. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you. We was doing stuff like, yo, we want Puerto Rican food. Let's go to Puerto Rico. Yo, let's just we was wilding.
I aspire to be to do that one day. Like, how everybody is mad at Kim Kardashian right now because she flew all her folks out for her 40th. She flew to a private island. Listen, it's nothing to be mad about.
Yeah, she got to enjoy herself.
Exactly.
And, we doing too much with the cancel culture. We giving too much justification to the cancel culture, whatever. The woman got money. Her family got money. You love her. She want to celebrate her 40th is a big year with her family. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Can't nobody really tell me how to spend my money. As long as you ain't doing nothing wrong, you ain't raping nobody, you ain't pedophiling no kids, you ain't like that. It's a party with my family. You can't tell me how to spend my money. I did that for my 50th birthday. We went to Turks and Caicos. And it was my family, and we played music. We had fun on the beach and all that. That's what we only get one life.
That's how it's supposed to be. And with this cancel culture, the thing that I really don't get or I don't agree with is holding people for some of the things that they said on Twitter. Because when Twitter first popped off, people was just saying anything. And as long as it wasn't like racist, if it's a comedian and they're just
a comedian can say whatever he wants. Last night
I feel. I'm like, comedy.
Now a comedian is historically, comedian makes fun of shit he ain't supposed to make fun of. Exactly. And we laugh because we know he's just joking and having fun. But my thing is this. My whole life I believed in redemption. I believe that people could change. I believe in giving second chances. And so what happens is America tries to act like they believe in second chances, but they never truly believe you could change. Even if you're a kid in the ghetto, if you were a kid in the ghetto and your father was a criminal, when the cops stopped you, I don't know if you remember this when you was little, they knew your father's name, so they assumed you was a criminal.
Yeah, your family name.
I'll give you a real life thing that that maybe I shouldn't say, but my wife, her father, was like a big time guy. You know what I'm saying? And he's from Colombia. You do the math. Yeah. And so he did a bunch of years in the feds, and they sent him back to Colombia. They deported him. My brother-in-law, who's a college kid, the nicest kid you've seen in the world, we can't get him to come over here because of his family's name. Kid never did a crime, never spit on the floor. One of the best kids. In fact, I almost don't want him to come here because he might get corrupt here. Like, he's such a nice kid. You know what? Because of his father's name, Colombia won't allow him to get a visa to come out here. It's crazy.
So tell me about a time where you have had to give someone a second chance, to forgive someone, because that's like my biggest thing. Like, it's hard, especially when somebody did you wrong.
I'm stubborn.
Yeah.
I'm stubborn.
And you have publicly had feuds with people, with other artists, with
you know, it's been through getting older, getting wiser. I've been stubborn. Like, I beefed with 50 Cent for 7 years.
Right.
You know, I had beef with Jay-Z. I had beef with all of them, the biggest ones I went to war with. And I just, one day I realized, I said, yo, you know what, man? I mean, it's about what? We never did violence to nobody or nothing like that. What's this all about? Word. And so I try to forgive. Now, there's certain people I can't forgive, no matter what. And so if there's no violence involved or nothing like that, certain people I can't forgive, especially people, I'm a real loyal person, right? And I go above and beyond for my people, above and beyond. So when I do something from the heart to change your life, or give you something, or give you an opportunity for you to get rich, or, you know, I just don't want to elaborate, but there's been some people really hurt me. And the problem is with me is that I could tell you countless of people that have been in my position that never helped nobody. People we look up to. And then when I look at me, I've always, in turn, I've been loyal to something called the hip hop culture. And so, and into music in general. Doesn't need to be hip hop. It can be R&B, it can be salsa, whatever. But if I met you walking down the street and you sang to me and you sounded better than Whitney Houston, but you told me, Joe, I'm not going to sign to you. I'm not going to do no business with you. I would introduce you to the proper authorities and step back and be like, I got to do it for music. I got to do it for the culture. They need to hear this young lady, right? And that's been my approach to keeping it real and pure to hip hop and to music. And so I've done that. And people have backstabbed me in so many ways. It's hurt me so much because I knew nobody else. See, this is a test, right? I wish I could stick to this, but I don't. But I wish I would only help people that I knew if I needed the help would help me back.
I don't know, Joe. You know why I say that? Because I feel like the type of person that you are, everything you just said, that's the type of person, that's what is in your heart. That's the type of person you are. So good things are always going to come back to you because that is the type of person you are. And it shows, and it's a test to your character to help somebody that may not return it to you. But everything good is going to come back to you because of the type of person you are.
I believe that, and that's why we blessed to this day.
Absolutely.
I believe that, and that's why we blessed to this day. I mean, my wife don't believe it. You know, I'm keeping it real. My brother don't believe it. Like, he be like, yo, you should have owned that guy. You should have owned that guy. You know how many people I put Khaled in the game, Pitbull in the game. I put so many people in the game, and I never did business. I was like, yo, I love what you do. I don't want to ever fight with you over no money. You know, you're my brothers. And these guys made $100 million. Like, you know what I mean? So when you talk to your brother and your wife, they're like, damn, you should have had some of that bread from that dude. You know what I'm saying? So
do you feel that? Do you honestly feel
that? Don't bother me. I make enough money. I'm like, I'm happy with my life and I'm happy with what I do. I make a lot of money. Thank God. Alhamdulillah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I never count nobody else's money. I never look at it like that. With me, it's like we bless. And more of our people in position of success and power, that means we even that much stronger. That's how I look at it.
Well, did you ever feel, you know, when you were going through your situation, your legal situation, did you ever feel like there were people who, like you said, you helped out, that you thought—
I felt that. Trust me.
And then
my feelings were hurt. My feelings were hurt. You know why? Because I'm a prideful guy and I would never take nothing from nobody. I got a sister. Her name is Lauren Ridinger. She's a billionaire. She came to my court case when they gave me the 4 months. And mind you, I'm not lying to you. I'm guilty of a lot of things. I wasn't guilty of this. The accountant fucked me, and I showed the government proof of the wire transfers that we was paying him every month so he could pay. He never paid. So we showed it. They said, well, you as the leader of your home, you're responsible for who works for you. So now I'm like, wow, we paid him the money, $1,200,000 before I go in there. I got to pay a lawyer $600,000. This shit was crazy, right? So one of my friends, she told me to go to her house. I went to her house. She chased me around with $1 million check. This is a true story. Crying, begging me to take it. I couldn't take it. My pride wouldn't let me take it. But you know, the point is, some of my friends, to answer your question, I wish they would have, even if they were lying, say, yo, Joe, I heard you going through something. Can I help? I would have said, I would have declined, but it would have felt good to know somebody got your back. You know, and I ain't gonna lie to you, that the only, you know, Khaled didn't have money like that at the time. But the only friend of mine that offered to help was Pitbull. And I was shocked. He called me up, he sat down with me, yo, what's up, my brother? Yo, this, that. I was like, yo, Joe, can I give you something? I'm like, yo, what you saying? He was like, nah, man, couple of $100,000, whatever you need, I'll give it to you. I was like, nah, B, like, I'm good, but it felt so good walking away, like, wow, there's a real one out here.
What about your crew? Like, you had the whole, like, terror squad, and then I'm sure there was another, like, circle of friends that—
But you know what, when you know, Joe is the boss.
Right, yeah.
And we talking about, I paid millions and millions of dollars. So before the shit appeared, I was a millionaire, multi-millionaire. Right. So everybody was leaning on me. Okay. And I think a big mistake we always make is that we be the fall guy, the guy they can all lean on. And then our friends, they love us because they love us, but they can't help us. Right. You can't help a Fat Joe Bill. A Fat Joe Bill, I tell you right now, I pay about $60,000, $70,000, not to mention businesses, every month in bills just to wake up. That's not buying a Diet Pepsi. That's just waking up. Paying mortgage, my mother's mortgage, my this, my that, the cars, the kids, school, you know, that's real shit. So if I got a best friend who makes $2,000 a month, he can't even buy me a croissant.
I got you. And so, like, so after you went through all of that and, you know, you got your groove back. You know, you're starting businesses and you're still going to the studio. You still feel that urge. You still love the game. You still love hip hop. What direction did you feel like you wanted to take? Like, did you want to start building back on the music, or did you feel like you had to start stacking a foundation so that—
No, we love music, right? Yeah. This, you're really extremely good at this, right? We love music. Music is our heart, our soul, our passion, right? But in the world of business, music is a coffee table, a conversation piece. It gets you in the doors that you wouldn't get into. So Jay-Z, because he's the hottest, his wife is Beyonce, they with Oprah Winfrey. And then they meet other billionaires that seem to love them, that they could do business with and get caked up. Puff Daddy the same. So the music got Puff Daddy Sean John clothing that he sold for $300,000. Got him the liquor. The music got Khaled every commercial in the universe he got. The music is just the coffee table talk. It's really not the currency. The currency is it allows you to be popular enough to do things. So what I had to plan, I was like, God, just let me get one more. Let me get one more to put me in that space so now I can open up my stores. I could do this business. I could so I already knew. I had all the experience, but you gotta be hot. Nobody gonna rock with you if you're not hot. So I knew I had to get myself hot. So everybody's like, oh, wow, he's back. It's all right, let's talk. Let's do some business.
Right.
Let's do some business, guys. Let's do some business. Let's go. Yo, before they look, they turn around and said, this guy done figured this shit out. Like, figured it out.
No, that's the goal. Always use it as a stepping stone. There's so many things I want to talk to you about, and time is running down. But one thing that I did want to get into is how much the hip hop, well, not even just hip hop, just the music industry in general, how much, it has changed to where, now the guys are getting into it. And at first, with Jay and Puff, like you said, it's business, it's this, that, and the other. But now people are more so focusing on, number one, making the bread, and number two, being this popular person, not so much as doing the business. So with you watching how hip hop has changed, how the flows have changed, how people would talk about mumble rap and this, that, and the other, like different genres coming out within hip hop, what is being, not that you're on the sidelines by any means, but just watching it unfold and evolve and turn into something else. Did you have an opinion about it? Did you ever say to yourself, like, I need to get back in there and really, like,
Well, I dropped the album like a year ago. Had Cardi B on there, and Bryson Tiller, Jeremiah, Ty Dolla's called Family Ties, amazing album. And I thought I've represented my era and my style of music meshed with, the young artists as flawless as they be, as seamless as possible. Music has to grow. Life has to grow. I'm sure Chuck D, Public Enemy, and Heavy D was looking at Nas, Jay-Z, and Fat Joe like, what happened to hip hop? And then it just, it's nothing we can do. We can't hold it forever. And there's a very important thing that you said there, that at the end of the day, it's all that matters. Why does Sierra have a Weight Watchers commercial? And I get it. She just had a baby. Maybe she got a little baby fat. But we all know Sierra, one of them girls with them snapbacks. She's not a Weight Watchers, but she's famous. And her husband is famous. Okay. So everything nowadays, why is the Kardashian girl sells $1 billion in makeup? Because she's famous. Mm-hmm. And now it's not about, and I'm not taking nothing to discredit nobody, because everybody's talented in their own way. But now it's based on fame and popularity. It's not based on, and I'm not taking nothing away from these girls or nothing like that. It's based on how famous you are, what's your following, what's your this. Those are the guys and girls who get everything. Because people don't know no better.
Going with that, I was hoping that you brought in the social media aspect, because social media has changed the game for so many artists. And I'm just thinking about if social media was around when the Fat Joe.
Oh no, I'd have had 100 million. I would have had 100 million followers. No, this is their thing. So you got to understand this era. This ain't my era. This social media. We've learned to adapt. Absolutely. And try to get in there and try to figure this thing out. But this is they shit. My daughters, all these kids, this is they stuff. So when you see a young artist have one song and have 12 million followers, it's not that he's better than LL Cool J. He's not bigger than Lauryn Hill. It's just it's his time. What they do? Little Wapty Wop got the new hot song. Oh, we gotta follow him.
I know the dance.
Yes. And now it's 12 million followers overnight. It ain't that they're better than nobody or whatever. This is their thing. So now when you got a guy who's older like me, I gotta finesse the system and stay current and figure out, all right, where I get mine off at. Because whatever it does, wherever the world goes until the day I leave Earth, I'm adopted to whatever's going on. That's my point. So, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, make a bold prediction. If I'm on this earth 70 years old, I'll still be walking on a red carpet somewhere looking fly as hell on a movie that just came out. And I'm gonna stay relevant. My life in here is to entertain the people and stay in your face.
And that's why I love your show. One of the drops now that we play is your reaction to Busta saying that he would bust T.I.'s ass.
I'm like, oh, I caught the blow for T.I. I'm like, I didn't know it was coming. I wasn't ready. Like, I said,
you really found your lane with this. Did you expect it to be that way?
You know, it's always been. I'm gonna tell you the truth, okay. Right? I never told nobody the truth, but I think you deserve it because this is grown talk, and it's you've been asking all the right questions. I turned down 2 TV shows. I don't want to say the channels. For good money. Now that I know what it was worth, it was good money. Where they were telling me, yo, we want to do a Fat Joe show. One of them was Vice TV, right? Another one was another big, and they wanted me to do what I'm doing on Instagram. COVID hit. So I went on Instagram and I said, you know what? Let me do the Fat Joe show on Instagram while we on this COVID. And I'm going to just show everybody what I could do. Yeah. And, you know, it's always been no secret. You know, guys like Pharrell will call me to the studio, sit down in his yoga stance and ask me gangster questions.
Yeah.
And Kanye West, the same thing. Kanye West will be like, please, Joe, tell me a story. Tell me a story. So this is before all this, years ago, whatever. So in the industry, they knew, yo, Fat Joe know how to tell a story, and he got stories. And so it was only natural for me to turn it on. Did I know I was going to be on for 8 months? Did I know I was going to have anybody you could name on the show every single night?
Big Sean. I mean, the list goes on. And
we had Kalani. This week we had Isaac Wright on Monday, who's the guy got the TV show For Life, who was wrongfully convicted and turned into a lawyer himself, got himself out of jail. He had a life in 72 years school. Second day was Dallas Austin, who produced All I Really Know Is That They Don't Really Care About Us. He produced The Boy Is Mine. He put P. Diddy on.
Wow.
Dallas Austin. Wednesday was Kalani.
Yeah.
Thursday, and I wasn't ready for that either. Thursday, you know, Kalani, she too sexy talking. You know, I'm past that talk. Like, I was like, you know, I wasn't ready, right? So Thursday, we had the LA Laker, Quentin Cook, and Lavelle Crawford, one of my favorite comedians in the world. So, and tonight we switch it up. We got some ball players. We got Chanel West Coast. You know, I I can't believe that 8 months we've changed the guest every single night. You know, the week before that is Busta Rhymes.
Who gave you Jopra? The joke, like, who called you that?
P. Diddy.
Okay.
P. Diddy called me Jopra.
Okay.
I did an in-depth interview with him.
Okay.
Where I was asking him about, stuff, Kim Porter, asking him about, all positive. All I do is positive.
Yeah.
I'm not with the shot jot. I'm not trying to get the dirt.
Right.
I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to get none of that. Right. And so he was telling me so much. And he was like, yo, man, you know what, man? You Jopra Winfrey, man. This the Jopra show. I just figured it out. And so since that interview, we've been calling myself Jopra. And me and Diddy, we partners now.
Right.
The show's on Revolt, and we're going to get it at another platform like a Netflix or Amazon, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So we, it is what it is. He coined the phrase Jopra.
I like Jopra. I like that. So I want to ask you two things before I let you go, because I know you have been very vocal about everyone getting out to vote and voting early, the importance of this election. So one thing I want to ask you about is all the controversy with Lil Wayne, posting a picture with Trump, smiling and just like, I like what he's doing. I'm here for the platinum plan, when, there have been several people to come out and say that platinum plan doesn't really benefit folks as much as they're trying to push it.
Roland Smith is as black as you can be. And he broke that down to Ice Cube. So legendary when he was like, yo, this.
I know Roland Smith.
Roland Martin, I'm sorry. Roland Martin, he's as black as you can be if you talk about black journalism. And he sits down with Ice Cube, and he breaks down that plan. And he says, it don't say nothing about black people in here. And if he says
it, then yeah,
it's real. So I'm watching that, boom. Now, we live in America. It's a democracy. You're allowed. So many of my friends are going for Trump. Business of rich business people, because he saves them in taxes. He saved me in taxes. Morally, I can't go for Trump. Morally, he's racist. What he did at the border to them kids. Won't denounce white supremacy. I can't take it. I don't want another 4 years of this guy on the news. It's like this guy wakes up every day like before us. He must wake up like 3 a.m. Wait till they see this shit. Wait till they see what I do tomorrow. Like, yo, I can't take it. Yeah. I can't take it. So now, I feel like Lil Wayne has a right to his opinion. We know that every time Wayne is asked about certain issues, he got his own view to it. You know what I'm saying? I love him. He's one of my best friends. Did I see it coming? No. What I do believe is us as black people, Latinos, we gotta stick together, man. And we gotta stay on the same message. And it's too much going out here with racial divide. I've never in my life have seen people fighting in the middle of the street.
Oh my gosh.
Over, they like Trump, we like Biden. They're fighting in the middle of the street. This country is divided, and this man has poured gasoline on the fire.
From us asking for the police not to kill us unlawfully. Simple things like that,
You just want people to look at us as humans.
Yeah.
Just a human being. At the end of the day, I'm human. I got a family. I got a wife I'm trying to get back to. I got kids. I work hard. I pay taxes. Why you want to kill me?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Why you want to kill me? What I've done to you? Why do I look to you like less than a human?
And that's a deep-rooted history that.
And it's sad because we thought we was not all the way past that, because racism's always going to exist. Yeah. But we thought we was in the clear. We was more towards progression. You know, Obama was elected. We thought things was turning around slightly. We always know the racism is there.
Right.
We always know it's there, but not like this. So this man done brought it to the forefront. So now I can't go for the man. I cannot say, yo, I save money with this guy. But he's talking about Mexicans are all drug dealers. They all like, you know, the man did too much. He did too much. I don't care what kind of money he's saving anybody.
Too, because the way that, you know, he did Puerto Rico and yeah. So
I ain't even put that in there. He went over there and threw him tissue and never gave him no money to help him or nothing.
Right.
Man, foul all the way around. So why should we trust him now? So imagine even if we take him, the first speech he said was Mexicans are rapists and drug dealers and this and that. There's 500 something kids they still don't know where their parents are.
74.
And he's like, yo, we took care, we taking care of them. What you mean you taking care of them? Didn't you grow up with your mother and father? These kids want to grow up with their family, right? Then he called the white supremacists in North Carolina and Charlottesville, he called them good people, right? We got so much things that this guy has done so horrible. Under his watch, 230,000 people have died and counting. And Obama said, yo, we left them the playbook. I guess he took it and put it under the furniture that was uneven.
Because it came from Obama. He's tried to undo everything Obama's done. But I wanted to definitely.
That's racist in itself.
Yes, yes.
Obama made Obamacare. Before Obama, every person, a president, a senator, whoever you name, try to get this bill passed where we could take care of people with pre-existing conditions. So what people got to understand is, before Obama, if you had diabetes, if you had something, you had to take an operation, you had to go bankrupt. They would not give you no insurance. Because of Obama, they got Obamacare. So my thing to Trump is, why you want to get rid of Obamacare? It helps 20 million people who have pre-existing conditions. Right. Like, I just don't get it.
Yeah, yeah. So make sure you go out and vote, people. So the last thing I wanted you to do, we're going to play a quick little game. It's hip hop. Who said that? So you tell me which hip hop artist said this recently.
I better clear my ears, because you might embarrass me bad right now.
No. This happened recently. Who do you think said this? COVID starts in the throat. And if you catch it while it's still in the throat, when you drink warm liquids wash it down to the stomach, where the stomach acids will kill it. That's why I'd rather boost my immune system and drink tea rather than hide behind a mask in fear of COVID.
Hip hop artist said that?
Recently. I'll let you know who it was. It was T.I. Now, do you think with, and that's my thing, with artists such as yourself, T.I., I mean, anyone, bust anybody in the hip hop community, when you come out and you speak out against certain things, do you feel like you have a responsibility to at least
check the facts?
Yes.
That's a fact. You gotta check the facts.
See, I said drinking tea a day, three times a day keeps COVID away.
Well, I believe that I've heard parts of that to be correct, right? So COVID cannot exist in your stomach, and it does go in through your nose and come through the thing. But I think once you got it, you got it. So
and it was
it
actually
is what it is. Can you call it right now until I'm on a meeting? You know, so my thing is, once you got it, you got it. You know, so, but there's things to it that's true, but that's misleading. Everyone should wear a mask. Everyone should wash their hands. The only thing I've noticed that prevented me, thank God, thus far from getting COVID is rocking that mask and cleaning my hands. So I'm different. Like I'm like real different. Like I walk around my mask, my sanitizer, I wash. If I touch anything, if I press a button, I touch my car door, I'm wiping it, I'm wiping my hands. I have been a model citizen with the mask, wiping my hands. Today, I'm about to take a COVID test now. They coming over here to take it. I took one last week. I'm not playing.
Yeah.
I don't play. I took one last week. I'm about to take a COVID, and I'm not even traveling. I just want to make sure I'm good for when I go see my mother and father tomorrow. I want to make sure I'm straight before I walk in there and hug my mother and hug my father who are elderly and have respiratory issues and stuff like that. So, you know, God been good to me. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to take care of ourselves, man.
Thank you for saying that, Joe. I mean, I could talk to you forever, but we got to wrap it up. So I want to thank you.
You ain't asked me how I stay looking young. I'm more handsome than ever. You ain't asked me none of the real.
Yo,
you said grown and sexy.
It is.
You said grown and sexy like my female fans was good. They really tuned in right now. Like they want to know.
So what have you been doing? Because I call you Joe. I don't even call you Fat Joe. Okay? Because you're looking good, Joe.
Hi.
Right, so you've been eating cauliflower and peas. That's what you've been doing over there. You've been
eating cauliflower, everything. Yo, you know they make cauliflower everything.
They make cauliflower pizza crust.
Cauliflower rice, cauliflower potatoes, cauliflower this, but it ain't really potato tops. Huh?
Buffalo cauliflower.
Yeah. So you know everything we have, all the carbs turn into sugar.
Yes.
And the sugar turned into fat, turned into diabetes. You know, so I try to watch my carbs no matter what. And then we work out every day. You know, all of us, you know what I'm saying? So me, my brothers, even if they not in town, they'll call me from the gym. I got a boy here in LA, call me from everybody. And you be like, damn.
Accountability partner. That's what I need. Like,
yo, we be like this.
On it.
When I try to be lazy, they be like, yo, I be like, oh. Now, Joe, if you front, you know you fronted. Because they try to call you and tell you to get on your job. I know one time I posted up me working out, and my girl, they call her Ilfinator, but you know her as the wife in the TV show King of Harlem.
Okay.
With Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So I met her with doing She's Gotta Have It. So I know one day I posted up me working out, and she was like, "Oh man, damn, I was gonna be lazy. I gotta hit the gym if Joe hit the gym."
That's motivation.
Yeah, it's motivation.
Does Khaled call you? Does he hit you and be like, yo? Because
I harass him.
He was always working out. He was always like on Snapchat when. On the bike.
You know, he lost 12 pounds. I don't want to jinx him, but in the last 2 weeks, he lost 12 pounds. I went with him yesterday. We was in the pool. We was working out in the pool. You know, but this guy's crazy, bro. Some days he's working out. Some days he's not. Like, I'm like, I can't play with him. Like, you know, huh? No, he's not consistent. You know, I bought a bike. My bike is fried. Callie bought the bike. He did it with me for 3 days. Then he chilled. Like, I can't do it. Like, yo, Khaled, let's go. Like, don't you want to live? We want to live.
And you know what? The best part about it is when you start having to buy new clothes because everything is too big. All your clothes are
Yeah, that's a sad thing. Yesterday I went spring cleaning, and I do it at least 2-3 times. I spend a lot of my money on clothes. I'm very addicted.
And shoes.
And shoes and being fly. At least the shoes is still good, but the clothes. So yesterday, I guess I was bored and I went in the closet and started pulling everything out. And my girl Patricia, she takes it to her church. So we do it about 2-3 times a year. And I was just throwing, and I mean, I'm talking about Gucci shit, Louis stuff, all type of, you know, somebody's gonna be fly. Somebody's getting fly. So I give it to her, but I threw on a couple of my Balenciaga shirts, stuff I paid big money on, and it was so big on me. I was like, no, like I know I want to lose weight, but yo, I spent too much bread on this. Like, so I think I'm gonna have to pick out the best things and have a seamstress or something come and make it smaller.
Okay, so tell me your cheat meal. What's the thing that you know you're not supposed to really have, but you treat yourself every now and again?
You know, I'm sugar-free everything. So my thing is, I'm a sugar-free Joe. So, you know, my if I wasn't a sugar-free Joe, I'd be really slim where you see my cheekbones. So I eat everything sugar-free. So if I want something sweet, I have some sugar-free cookies or with some sugar-free ice cream, thinking that, you know, I'm doing the right thing. But that's the problem. If I got rid of that,
you'll be good.
I'll be too good. Because I'm good now. I went to see the doctor last week. He called me a stud. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Yeah. But like you see, the Diet Pepsi, I'm a sugar-freer. But my thing is, if I eliminated that, I'll be out of here, like on another level.
Everybody's gonna be like, let's go, Joe. They're gonna be hitting you on social media, like, you in the gym? What we doing today? You working out?
No, but I work out every day though. No BS. If I would take you to my room upstairs, right out the bed. Mm-hmm. One step, I bump into the elliptical. I do not play with these people. If it's raining outside, I'm on the elliptical. If it's sunny, I'm riding my bike. I'm getting it in. Like it's a matter of I want to live.
Right. And so what are the plans moving forward? Because I know now most people are thinking about 2021, everything they have lined up. So I know this is giving you, not only do you have your own show, but I know this is giving you time to really put that blueprint together for what
I'm gonna be honest with you. You ready for it?
I'm ready.
And I respect you because this is a very beautiful interview, a talented interview. I think I'm the best in journalism. I think I'm better than everybody. I'm telling you the truth.
I think that. I'm the best at everything.
No, I think I'm the best. I'm talking about David Letterman, all of them.
I think I'm the I ain't gonna say Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, okay? My dude, the Serena Williams of this thing.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, when I do this, I feel like I'm gonna be as big as Oprah Winfrey doing journalism.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be bigger than David Letterman. I feel like I am Arsenio Hall / Walter Cronkite of this era. And the thing that makes me different is if you look at our friends and our peers in the game, you know, they just doing rappers or whatever. I do politicians. I do Dr. Fauci. I do domestic violence. I do triumph stories of people who were selling drug kingpins, went to jail, changed their life, came back. They did, like, I touch everything that affects the community.
Right.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything that affects the community. That's what I do. And I think we need that because even when I did music, when I made Make It Rain, I really wasn't going to the strip clubs, but I made it for my people who went to the strip clubs.
Right.
So when I do my journalism, so when I interview Dr. Fauci, Fat Joe ain't going to no strip clubs, but I got to ask the man, yo, when could people go back in the strip clubs, Dr. Fauci? They ask him. So I speak for my village.
Dr. Fauci.
And you, I know people like, yo, Fat Joe a fool for asking them that. I gotta ask.
Oh, that's real. That's real.
I interview, I don't know if you know him, Miss Lawrence from the ATL.
Yes.
I had my gay pride day. For some reason, in the hip hop community, although we got brothers and sisters that's gay, we seem to not want to talk about it.
Yeah.
So you got Big Bad Fat Joe talking about it.
Yeah.
And I'm with Mrs. Lawrence, and I was like, I'm not trying to offend nobody. I don't know what that means. Could you tell me so I won't offend again?
I can respect that because I feel the same way. You know, if there's a line, like you're not trying to be disrespectful. You don't mean to offend anyone, but when you're trying to figure things out or you ask certain questions, you know, you don't want anyone in the LGBTQ community to take it the wrong way because you're just trying to get an answer. And some people don't know how to ask that. So that's where you step in. You know, you ask.
I just tell them the straight up truth. I'm raw with it. I'm like, yo, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Can you answer this for me? So that way I don't make this mistake again.
Right.
And then he break it down to me. I mean, like, I talk to everybody, man. You know, so the whole thing about
we'll get more. We'll get more of Jopra. We'll get.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna get.
Live shows, hopefully. Live, like with an audience when it's time.
Live shows. We're gonna get live shows when it opens up. I'm working on my book now, the Fat Joe book. I've never worked on a book before. I'm working on it. It's amazing. We're talking about TV series based on my life from before rapping to rap. You know what I mean? We're talking about Hollywood. I sold the movie to Hollywood. Warner Brothers. It's called Kato, King Kato. You know, so I'm branching out more into like the movies and TV and stuff like that.
I love that. I love that, Joe. Well, you know, we got to wrap it up, okay? Now, they want to be like, listen. And like I said, I could talk to you all.
Hey, listen.
I want to go all the way back. Like, we got to do this again because I want to go all the way back to.
Let's do it again. You got that. You earned all that. You earned part 2. You earned part 2. Don't worry about it. We'll get it back.
You hear that, Kashawn?
You earned part 2. Let's do it.
Thank you so much for joining me for the kickoff of Grown Folk Fridays. And of course, we're about to get into the meet and greet. So I want you to stay right there because we got some very eager fans waiting to connect with you. And I just want to say thank you. Let everyone know where they can follow you. Of course, I know, but I'm going to let you say it. Where they can follow you, website.
Fat Joe on Instagram, Fat Joe on Twitter, Fat Joe on Facebook, everywhere, Fat Joe.
Fat Joe on your Tizu. All right. Thank you so much, Joe. Really appreciate it. Thank you.